Oh, really?
I think so.
I'm actually surprised you said that.
If it happened tomorrow, I'd be like, oh my gosh, we have a race.
She wouldn't give birth tomorrow.
I know. I'd be like, oh my God, we have the race and you're pregnant. Oh my God.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Around the Bar, and today we have got Scump Abner in the building. We're having some wine, talking some shop, and just kicking it. For this particular episode, he only had an hour to shoot, so we don't have a Patreon cut, but if you want to see other extended episodes of the podcast, we've got Aiden, we've got Symphony, we've got Crimsix, we've got a lot of extended episodes of Around the Bar over on the Around the Bar Patreon, and all the support helps because it helps fund the show and it helps us bring in more guests for the show. So no Patreon cut for this one, but I hope you guys do enjoy this episode with Scump. Welcome back to another episode of Around the Bar. Today we've got the king in the building.
What's up?
Cheers. Sethi in the building. We are drinking. Do we hit?
Do we take a drink first? I always touch the table.
Okay. Today we are drinking red wine. If you're listening to the audio, red wine. I asked Seth what he wanted to drink.
You picked a loser. I'm not gonna lie.
What? Is it that bad?
It's not my favorite.
You said Cabernet.
Yeah, but like they're not all the same.
I'm not a wine guy, so
neither. I don't really like drink at all anymore.
Really?
Not like at home. I used to. We would have like some wine nights. You know, we'd open a bottle, sometimes two. Sometimes two. But we would there would be some nights where we'd actually drink at home, especially during COVID. Now we never drink ever.
So you don't have you have a full bar downstairs too. So
yeah, no, but
you keep it stocked or no?
Not really. I mean, we have I think we have 3 bottles of Jameson because people will bring a bottle of alcohol with them whenever we host.
That's nice. Yeah.
And they'll just leave it, and I don't drink any of that. I do have bourbon, and I'll have an occasional glass of bourbon whenever I'm either celebrating something or just something good news came across. I'll have a glass of bourbon.
Yeah.
So I usually just drink that. No Jameson. But we have Kahlua and shit in the basement. It's not not top.
Dude,
shelf.
I would keep it stocked. Yeah. I go through waves with this bar. I mean, I've been sick for the last month and a half, so I kind of put it on the back burner. But every once in a while, when the bar was downtown, I'd just go and clean the bar and keep it stocked.
Well,
and stuff.
Right here?
Yeah, it's fun. So if I had your bar, dude, I'd be down. That'd be my little man cave.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about streaming down there? No, because you have your upstairs.
Yeah.
You knew it.
It would be kind of fucked up if Mountain Dew came in. They spent all this money, right? We did this whole thing about the stream room, Mountain Dew. We kind of did the collaboration. I mean, even on the fridge, there's Mountain Dew. On the little alien up top, there's Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of Mountain Dew, odes in the room. I feel like it'd be really fucked up.
If you're just I'm going to stream downstairs.
Yeah, we're going to move the setup. We can't move that setup because it's designed specifically for the space.
Right.
All the paneling and everything is measured out.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking about moving my stream room because right now, again, Mountain Dew, we're not going to do it.
We're not.
But I've been thinking about it just because right now I feel so disconnected from the house.
Okay.
Because I'm upstairs on the complete opposite end of the house, basically. So if Iz ever comes up, she usually only comes up really to tell me something or bring up lunch or something. That's the only time she really bothers me while I'm streaming. I say bothers, she's not bothering me, but comes up and comes into the stream.
Talks to you,
yeah. But it's just it's just so isolated up there. I feel like I'm just out on an island, and I want the dogs to be able to run in randomly.
Oh, you do like that?
Yeah, or Iz to come in and be what's up, or start
you want
talking
to feel like you're at home.
Yeah, so right now I feel when I'm up there, I'm at work.
Yeah. There's part of me because when I streamed here, I loved it at the Hex Quarters because there was none of that. And I think when I was at the Scuf house, I was when I was at the Scuf house and then when I streamed from my apartment when I first moved here, I was just dude, I got to get out of these walls.
Yeah.
But so you don't feel like you're escaping?
No.
No? You want to be at home.
Yes. Yes.
little bit of a homebody.
I mean, wouldn't you like at least maybe you just said you wouldn't really want that.
Yeah, well, I've grown to love it now.
Yeah,
because I have like my own space. Like I have a loft, and the whole
your
loft
setup
is
looks
just,
like really homey and
it's
like
vibey.
fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I like want as well. But I have that. I have like a nice vibey setup, but it's just in a weird area of the house. It's like a very isolated. Only go up there to stream. I'm never like in my stream room.
Yeah, it's also like super gamer. Like it's a gamer room.
It's a gamer room.
It's not like a home.
No, it is like I know when I walk in there, I'm turning my stream on.
The lights are like hitting
80% of days. I mean, I go up there occasionally and play like a single player game. Like if something comes out that I really want to play, I'll go up there like off stream and play.
Yeah.
But I haven't really recently. But I'll do that.
Yeah.
But it's mostly like if I'm in there, I'm either streaming or I'm on a phone call, setting up a stream.
Yeah.
Something.
So you have like the clouds, right, in your room?
Yeah.
I've heard they bring spiders.
Haven't seen one.
No spiders.
Not one. But we also have like a really extensive pest service because I fucking hate bugs.
I know you do. I know.
I hate bugs. So we like have our people. They come like. They probably come even more than like on like average per home. They probably come like twice the average and spray.
Oh, really?
So we don't get bugs.
What?
We'll get like the occasional cricket that'll like jump in when we let the dogs out.
Dude, crickets are crazy around Texas.
But like also we have 3 cats. So like I've seen like horror scenes. Like I'll fucking walk into the bathroom and there's like one cricket leg at the start of the door and I'm like, all right.
They got them.
I'm like, they're pulling this thing's legs off. Where is it? And I'm like, when am I going to get jump scared? And then I'll see another leg. And I'm like, damn, these cats.
But never the full cricket. They don't eat the crickets? They just fuck with it.
They'll like put it in their mouth and run around with it, but they won't like eat it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I've never had a cat. I don't know what cat life is like.
They're sick.
You're always a cat guy.
They're sick.
I
love cats.
You've always been a cat.
I love cats.
We're about to get, by the time this comes out, it's either happening or will have already happened, but we're about to be locked in a room together for probably around a week and playing the new Black Ops 6. And I wonder if any of it's going to remind us of like Scuf House times or if like that's just going to be total opposite. I
think it will.
Yeah.
I think it's hard not to. I think there's just so... Like, we're all, like, creative in our own ways as well. So there's just so many avenues for us to, like, just on the fly just come up with some, like, crazy idea and, like, just do it. And it'll seem so organic that, like, I feel like there's no way it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's like what we did at the Scuf House. Like, someone would come in and just a funny moment would happen or just, like, a crazy funny joke that people still remember this day would happen.
Yeah.
Or eat the banana would happen. Just, like, a bunch of little, like, moments. And this time around, we actually have planned out, like, big moments that people will. I'm getting a tattoo.
Your first tattoo.
My first tattoo. I'm getting
so
that.
hype.
Then we have like all the other things that we have planned. And I don't want to reveal too much.
I mean, it probably has already happened by the time I see this, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. Because I
told them about Viagra roulette.
Which
I think is low key weird, but I think it's fucking hilarious.
I think it's very funny.
I think it's weird because it's like, dude, we're all in a room together. We're all dudes. And one of us is just going to be rocked up. And I've never taken a boner pill before, so I don't know if it makes you like outrageously horny.
I've taken one boner pill.
You taken a boner pill?
I have not.
You have not taken.
I have not.
Back Craig has not taken a boner pill.
I don't believe it.
I don't know if it makes you.
I actually don't believe that. I genuinely don't.
Does it make you like?
So I took one boner pill, but it was before I needed to use my boner in the first place.
Okay.
So like. It didn't feel any different than.
You just took it for shits and gigs?
I just because I thought what I thought is that you took a boner pill and then it makes you like extend, but it didn't do that. It was pretty casual, regular time. Yeah. But taking it in a room full of dudes.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know.
Where's the line drawn? Like,
are your hormones gonna take over? Where you're like, yo, I'm not gonna get bricked up in front of a bunch of friends of dudes.
No, I don't think it's. I think it's like.
But it's just chemistry.
I think you're just beat. Like. We have.
Okay,
stats.
we have stats.
This is ChatGPT right here.
ChatGPT. Viagra does not make you horny. It works different. Viagra is designed to treat erectile dysfunction by increasing blood flow to the penis.
Okay, so if you don't get sexually aroused, you're good.
Yeah. So in other words, Viagra helps with the physical response.
Yeah.
But not the emotional aspect. Oh, so we take it and then we don't even know who has the
You're
Viagra.
playing Black Ops 6. I mean, hopefully there's no characters that are cheeked up. Is basically.
Have you ever been aroused at all by any video game character?
I mean, when I was a kid watching like the show, I'm sure I was like, damn.
Dude.
But as I've gotten older, I can't say that like, no, I can't.
It's only happened to me once. And it was like 2 years ago. And it was when they came out.
It wasn't the bunny from Zootopia, was it? Because that's like the type of shit people are saying.
Is it the bunny from Zootopia like a kid?
No.
Oh, the older bunny?
Yeah, like the cop, the bunny cop.
Have you seen Zootopia, Matt? That's a kid!
Dude, what are you talking about?
What?
Dude, what are you talking about?
Okay, all right, so you think...
Okay, yeah, at the start of the movie when she's a kid, yeah. But when she's a cop, what are you talking about?
Wait,
she's a kid.
people are fucking with the Zootopia
I've seen
bunny?
so much shit about this Zootopia bunny online.
I haven't. I haven't been on that side of the internet.
Scroll back up. Mommy Bunny's looking all right too. On the left, Bonnie Hops.
Bonnie Hops.
But no, I can't say that I've been.
Bonnie
aroused.
Hops was a firecracker back in her day.
Dude, I can't believe you haven't seen this shit.
I've seen Zootopia. I haven't
You haven't seen the memes?
I haven't seen the memes though. No, I've seen the memes about the Mrs. Incredible.
Oh, of course.
And those I can agree. I can get down with those. But Apex Legends put out an emote where Loba golfs.
Oh, see, come on, they know what they're doing.
I mean, I watched that one a few times and I went, wait a second, what's happening to me?
I'm feeling a tingle.
And then I went and I did some jumping jacks and it was all fine.
Oh my god, that just. Okay, I just want to set the scene here as well. I've had nothing to eat yet today. We just finished filming the actual pod. This is my first calories of the day.
Just
red wine.
Just shitty red wine.
It's
1 p.m.
1. I don't think I've ever drank wine at 1. This might be a.
Did you look? Are you looking it up? The golf emote.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
I had to take a selfie. I forgot to take one.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, so there's the Loba. I mean.
Yeah, no, that's absurd.
I mean, first of all, they knew what they were doing with Loba in the first place.
Oh yeah.
It's just she's got moves like that. Like what? Is she Ronaldinho? But yeah, there's a golf one that is just absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, but yeah.
Maybe we get off this topic.
maybe
we end it. Maybe we end it.
Maybe we just end it.
Maybe we just end it.
When we moved into the Scuf house, you like delayed your move in for a little bit. Do you ever like regret that, or do you? Because like we kind of wish you were there with everybody when we first moved in.
1235.
Yeah, with a Scuf house. But
I thought you were talking about 6050.
no, not 6050. No.
I delayed it.
Yeah, well, because you had your own place, and there's like a clip of there's a clip I recorded of Hector like showing you around, and then we get down to the theater room, and he was like, "This room could be yours," and you're like, "I can't do it. I can't do it,
dude."
And then you go, "Not yet."
But first of all, that theater room, I didn't like that room. Like,
really?
I mean, dude, I felt like I was like it was depressing down there.
Okay, there were no windows.
There was big spiders, no windows. Big spiders, no windows. I had a mattress on the floor.
Right.
And I had my setup.
Yeah.
And that was it. The theater didn't even work. I couldn't even watch. There was no TV.
Oh yeah,
I had
there
no
was
TV.
No TV down there.
Yeah, the
no
theater
TV.
didn't even work. So it was a depressing little hole down there.
Oh, because Hector would have for sure given you Will's room. You would have had the master.
If I moved in,
I'm almost positive. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then Will would have had Pam's room, and then
It would have changed the whole.
It would have changed everything.
The whole dynamic.
It would
of the
have
house.
changed everything. That would have been insane.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like everything happened how it was supposed to.
Yeah.
And I don't know, as there was a lot of turbulence throughout that period. So it's like,
yeah,
it's kind of hard to look back, and every decision that I made, it's kind of hard to like judge it entirely because I had a lot going on. It was just a crazy time in my life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can't say I regret it, because if I look back through that whole point of my life, I'll probably just regret like a bunch of different things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't regret, You can't. I mean, all the choices got you. All the choices you made got you to fucking Italy.
And at that time, I thought that was the right choice based off my current situation.
Right,
it's
right,
so
right.
hard to like look back in time and put yourself back into your mindset at that time, because it's like that's just what I felt in that moment. Like that's what I was doing. So
Yeah.
it's like, how am I supposed to argue with my 10-year ago self?
Yeah.
Who had everything laid out?
Thought he knew everything.
Thought he knew everything. Was a kid.
Yeah.
Now I'm almost fucking 30. So, like, yeah, looking back on my career, do I regret not retiring earlier and playing Fortnite? Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely I do. Are you kidding me?
You would have gone out if you could go back to your former self. You would have told yourself to retire after champs. You win champs and then you just set sail.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I love competing more than, like, anything. Obviously, it was my entire life.
Yeah.
But that was one thing that I always say that. I always say it on stream. Like, that was the one thing in my career that there's a couple things I actually regret. Like, whenever Damon was, like, moved to Texas and I was like, no, I'm going to stay here. I regret that.
Yeah.
But also that. Like, just not
hitting
being on the
Fortnite?
Fortnite wave. Because, dude, I mean, oh, man.
It was crazy.
Everyone ate.
Yeah.
And
it was
they didn't
crazy.
just eat. Everyone ate.
Yeah, the last person I had on was Aiden, and we were talking about it, and he went from before he competed at that tournament where he like killed Nick Merckx like every time in Tilted, he went from like 100 viewers to 4,000 overnight, just overnight.
That's insanity.
Just bam,
Just one moment.
just one moment, and then boom, and then here he is today.
Yeah.
It was just a crazy fucking time.
Crazy. Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, again, I loved competing, but
Yeah,
Fortnite was.
I just don't believe you. I don't believe you. I know how competitive you are. I mean, would you have competed in Fortnite?
Yeah, but also like the quality of Call of Duty's coming out after that point started to slowly decline. It wasn't like we were playing great CODs either. It was like
What would you have missed out? You would have missed Black Ops 4.
would I've?
Yeah, because if you would have retired after IW, you would have missed.
I wouldn't have wanted to miss BO4.
Yeah,
I would not have wanted to miss it.
Yeah, that would
That
be
year
the
was
only
like
one.
that was one of my favorite overall years, like competing, just because
Yeah.
I liked our team a lot. We had potential. Won the first event, and then Bruce's visa shit happened, and then we lost like 3 weeks of practice, and then the rest of the year was kind of just fucked.
Yeah. No,
But that year was fun.
That
I
year
loved
was
that.
a lot
I
of
loved
fun.
that year. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I loved the Huntsman year too, and I loved the Cold War year.
I told you.
But after that, that's when it got rocky.
Yeah.
Because then Ender's shit happened, and
'Cause-
I would have been but I loved Cold War. Might have been like one of my favorite years ever.
Really?
Dude, that team was like so vibey.
Yeah, that team was very fun.
We couldn't win, but
I was gonna say that team, they got no chips, but there was a lot of good times.
couldn't win one. But dude, that team was like that. That was like one of my favorite teams just because like we were all so close
Yeah.
knit, and I feel like Matt was a big part of that because Matt was like so close with Brandon and Dylan, and they were smoking weed after practice every day. I wasn't partaking in that,
Yeah.
but they were all like a little trio, and they just
You're a lot like Will when it comes to weed. Like every once in a while you're down, and then you go 2 years where you're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
yeah. No, I agree. I just get panic attacks like really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when I smoke like flour and stuff, I get really bad like panic attacks.
Oh, yeah.
Not like really bad, but like it'll be like I'll smoke 3 times, and then the 4th time I take a little too big of a rip, and then I'm like, am I on the
You're
wrong
like,
path in life? What am I doing?
I get that.
Am I doing everything that I need to be doing right now? Like,
Dude, it seems knowing you for so long, it seems like that's kind of always in the back of your head.
oh yeah,
You're
I'm a
like
perfectionist.
you're like an antsy guy.
I'm a perfectionist.
Even when it comes to this, like
Oh, yeah.
or I guess it's not even because this is a pretty big deal. The race to master prestige we're about to be doing, but
Yeah.
like you want to know things well ahead of time.
I like to have everything planned out. I mean, I'm just.
Is that how you are, or is that because like things have happened in the past?
I don't know, but as I've gotten older, I've become more and more like plan heavy. I feel like I didn't used to be like that. I was like more spontaneous and would just like kind of rip something.
Yeah.
Like if I would have hosted the esports awards when I was 20
Yeah.
and not almost 30,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
guarantee you it would have been 2 separate,
Totally different
2
things.
very different like
Yeah.
just preparation because like dude, I prepared for like hours and hours before the esports awards.
Really? Like on
Hours.
your own?
Yeah. Well, like reading like what I thought I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Through the segments.
Okay.
Like I was like rereading and
you're
hitting notes that I wanted to hit and making sure I had it on my note cards.
okay.
So I was very like well prepared.
Yeah, I wish I didn't get a chance to watch it, but that would have been.
It went well.
It went well?
Yeah, it went well.
Think you'll go back?
For like a personal experience, I thought I did good.
Yeah.
The overall show, that's another story. Like there was a couple things that went wrong during it.
Yeah.
Just like some hiccups. Like it was their first time doing it there, so we had like some production flaws.
Yeah.
Which will be smoothed over, I'm sure. They were all saying like the first year it's always kind of like crazy because you're working with a new like country staff basically.
Oh yeah. There's got to be language barriers.
Language
and stuff.
barriers.
Yeah.
But I felt like I did good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's all you can do. I had something else I was gonna ask you as well. What is it like being I don't think I'm sure you've talked about it a ton, but it's been a while now. The honeymoon era is kind of over from your wedding. What's it like being married? Is it any different?
I know I'm supposed to say yes. But honestly, no. I mean, it's just, you just.
You already live together.
It's another step.
You already had a house together.
I mean, dude, we've been together for 5 years.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah.
Whatever, we've lived together for probably 4 years. So it's like anything that would have came out by now that I thought she was crazy, which I do think she's crazy, but in a good way.
Right.
In the best way possible. It would have came out by now. We've been together for 4. We've lived together for 4 years, been together for 5 years. So honestly, no.
Yeah.
It's like everything is just same. We're both like so busy. She's taking care of the house like all of the time. And then I'm always like working and streaming.
Yeah.
So we're pretty busy. It's all pretty much the same. I would say.
And when are we gonna see little Abner's running around?
I got asked this yesterday on stream.
Really?
From Doug. Yeah, Doug is raw. He was like, because I was playing with him and Tyler. They both have kids. And Bro Nana. I don't think Bro Nana has a kid. I don't think. Do you know? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
But they were like, when is it coming? Me and Iz have talked about it. We think like we're gonna start trying in a year. So like next.
Oh, okay.
After this next COD season, we'll probably start trying.
That's not bad.
And then
because every time I ask you, you're like, no time in the. But that's close.
Yeah, I mean,
that's before the next COD.
So Iz is yeah.
Modern Warfare 5.
Let's get through this one first. We're about to start tomorrow for this one. But I'm worried because I don't want to be like always streaming and never there. But is like, she made a good point, but she's like, the first couple of years, it really isn't that big of a deal. Like before they're like 3, that's whenever they, like, when do they start?
Dog, you're asking. Matt has 5, so.
But like the first couple of years.
He was like, what?
I just don't want to be streaming nonstop. And right now I feel like I'm still at that point in my life where it's like I'm always doing something or streaming or like thinking of doing something. So it's like I don't want to be absent, obviously.
Right. Yeah,
so it's like I think after this year, obviously like until the baby is like 2, like you don't have to fully like, at least this is what I've heard from all my friends. They're like Matt, Tyler, they're like, the first couple years, if Iz is locked in, you have a nanny, like you'll be good. You don't have to like constantly be there. You'll lose sleep and stuff like that. And again, I'm not going to act like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to children because I have no fucking idea. Obviously, I don't have one, and I feel like
children start to start forming lasting memories, especially biographical ones around the age 3 to 4.
Yeah.
So you just keep them alive for the first 2 years. That's pretty much what it seems like.
And Iz has already like fully taken on that responsibility. She's like, if we do start trying in a year, I'll do everything. And she's locked in for that.
Yeah.
And then obviously Matt and Haley have really suggested getting a nanny and how much that's helped them.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good timeline. So I feel like I'm like comfortable. Yeah. I feel like in like 3 or 4 years as well, I mean, as long as everything keeps going this way, I feel like at that point I'll be like very comfortable to be able to like be like, okay, guys, just take a little bit more time for myself. But not like time for
people will definitely. I mean, it's funny. Is it weird or not weird? But is it interesting to get to an age where you start talking about kids and it's not like scary? Because I've just recently gotten there. Like Alexis and I will have conversations every once in a while, because we don't even know when the hell we're going to get married. We got engaged and our families are all over the place. So, but we've started talking about kids recently because obviously girls have clocks they got to think about.
Yeah.
And so when I'm talking about kids, I'm not talking about it in like a scared sense anymore. I'm
not scared at all.
Yeah, it's
Like,
kind of cool. It's kind of crazy.
I'm scared. Like, I mean, obviously, like you hear the horror stories of having a kid, and it's like, dude, I'm not getting any sleep.
Yeah,
I'm sleeping 3 hours a night, and like, but like, dude, all of my friends personally have like, they're like, dude, I sleep 8 hours a night.
Yeah, they're chill. They're chilling.
I sleep 8 hours a night. Get up. Usually, if the baby's like having a night fit, then either the girl will get up and go take care, and that's pretty much what they've told me.
Yeah,
so,
I'm not
too worried.
Yeah, I'm kind of. What about you, Matt? Are you still in the stage of where you're nervous about it, or are you?
To be decided.
To be.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, not certain. Not certain.
But if it happened tomorrow, you'd be nervous or happy?
I'd be stoked. I think.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I'm actually surprised you said that.
If it happened tomorrow, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, we have a race."
She wouldn't give birth tomorrow.
I know. I'd be like, "Oh my god, we have the race and you're pregnant. Oh my god, now I have to go do the race with the thought that you're pregnant, and I'm just gonna be tweaking."
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it would be. I'm at a point where if Alexis got me was like, hey, I have to show you this, and it's like a positive pregnancy test, it wouldn't be a part where I'm like, what the what?
No, I don't think I'd react like that.
Yeah.
It would be a.
Whereas like 5 years ago, I probably would have been like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. 5 years ago, I'd have been like, I have a tournament next week. Oh, this could get tricky. You know,
we're gonna have to figure this one out.
We're gonna have to figure this out. But no, now I'm like in a good place. I feel like my schedule is pretty chaotic. I'm not gonna lie, especially with like OpTic content. It's like sometimes it'll be like, okay, we have this, and now, or like we do the off-season event. So like I feel like my schedule is pretty hectic.
Yeah.
And I feel like in 3 or 4 years, I feel like I'll finally be at a point where it will start to slow down a little bit more, and I can focus more like on just streaming. Because like a streaming schedule is not hard to hold, but whenever you throw content on top of that and you throw other things on top of that,
and
that's
sometimes you have sponsored streams that you got to do at a certain time.
That's when it gets hard.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna lie, if we didn't have OpTic content, streaming would be like the easiest thing. I would just get on at like 9 a.m. every day and just stream. But like some days you have to worry about your viewership, and you're like, okay, I have content until 2. Now it's like I don't have anyone to play with. I'm not going to get on and play Warzone solos today. Like, it's 2 p.m. I'm just going to take the day off and wait for tomorrow. So it's like...
Yeah. Well, if you're ever streaming at night, I know 3 guys that are always looking for a 4th.
I don't like streaming.
I know you don't.
I hate streaming at night because, like, I really... I appreciate, like, our hangout time at night, like me and Iz, because we get to watch a show or we get to watch a movie that we've wanted to watch, or, like, it's Halloween right now. We've been watching Halloween movies.
Yeah.
And we, like, really enjoy that time. So I just... hate streaming during the night.
Yeah. You don't want to get into family time, which is good. Going for. Are you going to be excited to be like a sports dad? Are you going to get all into that?
Yeah, but I feel like I'm not going to be at the point where like I'm trying to vicariously live through them, and I'm like, you better fucking go. You know what I'm saying? That's like overly pressure. I'm going to let them kind of do whatever.
That sounded like it came from a place of
okay.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I actually saw something on Twitter this morning where it's like I forget what it was. Oh yeah, it was a little kid and he's doing like the Ninja Warrior stuff.
Oh, cool.
And people were like in the comments like the caption was like, I took his iPad away or something like that.
Oh,
and the comments were like, it sounds like you failed and
it sounds like you wanted
really
to be the
pushing
ninja
your kid.
Yeah.
And like there were just some comments like that, and I don't want to be like that.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that either. Yeah. But then part of me is like, but they could be a superstar. All you have to do is like all you have to do is like kind of be like Tiger Woods' dad and just like abuse them.
What the fuck?
And then they'll be great. You know what I mean?
I don't even know the lore of Tiger Woods.
Oh, okay.
Give me some lore. I don't know.
I think it's Tiger Woods' dad. You know what I'm talking about, Matt? Tiger Woods' dad made him hit
he was just really hard on him?
Made him hit golf balls like since he was like the age of 4 or something like that.
Yeah, see, I don't want to be like that.
Yeah, me neither.
I want them to
I said me neither.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it would be fun.
FC Dallas games every Sunday.
Every Sunday. And if you don't know all the players,
your kids playing.
You don't get dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't want to be like that.
Yeah, me neither. But it will be fun.
I probably will force them to. I will put a controller in their hand though, just to see if they like it.
That's crazy. I never even thought about that.
Just to see if they like it.
Just to see if they like it.
They will like it, dude. Nowadays, like,
you gotta like it.
I feel like nowadays, with just how the world is, like,
yeah.
I mean, if you're going to school and not playing video games, I don't know how it is in school nowadays, but I'm assuming everyone's playing games.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of weird if you're not.
I lived in a time that I'm gonna have to explain to the next generation that like I had to hide the fact that I played games because if I told anyone I played video games, I was considered like a dweeb, like a nerd.
Yeah.
How long did you hide the fact that you were?
Didn't at all. People thought it was cool.
Yeah, because I one of Blake's friends, one of Blake's really good friends went to high school with you, so she told him that like
Darby.
Yeah, Darby. She told him that you got announced at your high school graduation as OpTic Scump.
Yeah.
Which I think is fucking crazy and people go crazy.
Everyone knew. Like when I would go to like house parties back in the day in high school, I would like show up and if there was people from other school there, they'd be like, "You're the gamer." And I'm like, yep.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, like like people thought it was so cool.
That's crazy.
And even when I go home for like I went home for Christmas probably like 6 years ago and I went to a house party and I mean everyone is just like they're just like so like chill about it.
Yeah.
Like everyone like respects it. They don't think it's like a nerdy thing.
Yeah.
They respect the hustle.
Maybe it was my high school. A lot of baseball players in my high school, and
I mean, yeah, our high school had a lot of football players.
Maybe it's a different level.
I also played sports my whole life, so I was like friends with all of the football players because I played sports with them.
Right. Yeah.
Even in 9th grade, I played. And then I like went in a different direction. So it's not like
I
was friends with all.
You're like I could still beat you guys. Like if I came back, put pads on.
Nah.
I could still tackle Adrian Peterson.
Maybe in my 18-year-old era when I was getting pimples and shit.
When you were fucking ripped.
Quick interruption before we continue the podcast. If you would like to support Around the Bar even further so that we can continue to get guests in, fly guests in, put them up in nice-ass hotels so that we can have a drink and chat together, please consider subscribing to the Patreon. There's a lot of cool content in there. We have an extension of the podcast, which is extra time with myself and the guests. We also have a couple shows. We have beer pong, and we have some relationship advice. We have a lot of cool stuff going on in the Patreon. So if you would please go check it out and support myself and Matt as we try to make this dream a reality. All right, back to the podcast.
It's crazy that I think
that was the turn of puberty.
In the pimples or the ripped?
The pimples, just 18, just
Oh, dude, it was bad.
Hot tempered.
Did you go on like the crazy pimple medicine?
Yeah, Accutane.
Yeah, I was on Accutane too.
Yeah, it fucking sucked.
Yeah, it did.
It was the worst.
It made it like really bad at first. Like you break out more.
Yeah, you break out worse.
And then you get better.
Yeah, there's a clip. I think it's what clip is it? It's the clip I remember. I have Orange Astros on. It's the clip where we're in the booth. I think it's Full Sail before when we're playing Killa's team.
Like the scorpion thing, right?
Yes, I think it's that clip. That's when I was like,
really?
My face is like.
Your face is red.
It's like bright red.
Dude,
and nobody ever comments on it, but like that was like peak.
I think everyone thought your face was red because you were so hyped.
No. It was a mixture of hype and the Accutane. Because I remember Accutane days were also when I had my Tag Heuer. It was a gift from my brother for graduating. Or no, it was a gift from my mom for graduating. She got me a nice watch, like a $2,000 watch, Tag Heuer. And there's a couple clips where I'm wearing it at the tournaments.
Yeah.
I think I was wearing it. I don't remember if I was wearing it in that clip. But yeah, that was like peak Accutane.
Are you trying to find it, Matt?
Yeah, I'm kind of lost on it.
You can go to my million subscriber montage and you can find it pretty easily I think it's in like the starting clips maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it would be just OpTic versus Unite Full Sail.
Is it in this somewhere?
Yeah. Just keep doing that. Keep going. Oh, like go back a little bit. Like right there. Click right there. Yep. I think it's like right here.
Champs.
Wait, go back. Back one more.
Back some more.
Yep, that's the clip
That's
right
the
there.
clip.
That's
Yeah,
the clip
yeah.
right there.
Okay, so you let it run out.
So like right there, no, that's the clip right there.
Yeah, right
Look how
there.
like red and oily my face is.
Dude, you literally don't even notice it. That is funny because I bet you everyone who's seen that clip, Scump's getting cross map kills with the Scorpion.
No, it was a mixture of being like super fucking hype,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But also it's also the devil medicine that's Accutane.
Devil medicine.
Dude, that shit sucks.
It does suck.
Anyone that's taken it can
does
probably
suck.
also agree that shit sucks.
It cleared me up though.
Oh yeah, no, I don't really get pimples
Yeah,
anymore.
it worked. It used to be bad. Like even in like high school, like I wouldn't take my shirt off because I'd have them on my back and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, but then I took that and it's fucking hell. But then you get through it, and I haven't had.
Oh yeah,
I haven't had that since high school.
If you can get through it, you're good.
Yeah.
But you have to like get your blood drawn once a month to make sure your liver's working properly. Like it's like
Yeah, it
you
sucks.
can't drink on it at all. If you drink on it, you're like
Yeah.
doubling your risks of like long term. Like it's like fucked.
Yeah, women can't take women can take it, but like you have to be like on birth control, I think, because if you get pregnant while you're on it, the kid comes out
like birth defects.
Yeah, it comes out like an alien. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Holy shit. Medicine is
Don't
fucking crazy.
Don't miss that time.
Yeah,
don't miss that time
I
at all.
don't miss it. I don't miss it.
Because I was just angry. Like my face hurt all the time.
Yeah.
It was just bad time.
Yeah.
Well, not bad time, but like just I didn't feel good.
It's funny in like 20 years, like they're gonna retire jerseys of gamers, like instead of like football players. Like
You think so?
I'm almost positive that's where it's headed. Dude, I went to this
Like COD
yeah, like
or like
esports.
League?
Probably like Rocket League and like esports and stuff. So I like if you barely missed that mark. If you had played for imagine you playing for your high school Call of Duty team and you're playing another 4-stack in Pennsylvania while you're on OpTic, dude, you would drop like 100
Those kids would be getting slammed.
they would have your jersey in the rafters. Which, dude, I spoke at this this convention for like college and high school and college like esports programs. Dude, it's crazy how big it is.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was that big.
Yeah, people like get full rides to college now.
Yeah, and like the people I were talking to, like there's not like that much budget in high schools and college, so they're like the athletic director for the gaming department. They're like the
crazy.
gaming director. So people were coming up to me and was like, I grew up in League of Legends. I don't know anything about Apex, and now I have to recruit an Apex team. Like, do you have any like advice?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I'm like, have you seen Loba swing a golf ball? Like, that's pretty fucking cool.
That's the extent of my knowledge.
It's great. It is wild to see like where it will go.
Yeah.
I'm hype. So you're gonna put all that to say you're gonna put a controller in your kid's hands.
Yeah, you brought that full circle. Yeah.
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 That whenever you retired, whenever all the dynasty retired, really, were you the last one? Yeah, you were the last one.
Not still playing, but yeah.
You were the last one to retire.
From COD.
Everyone else went in a competitive direction, but you went in a content direction.
Yeah.
Was it ever in your thought that you were going to do anything else, or you're always going to be COD 2 content?
COD the content, always.
Yeah.
Always. Because, again, people see, I hate talking about it because, like, I don't want it to seem like it's all about money, because it's definitely not. If it was all about money, I would have retired for Fortnite without blinking an eye. But, like, dude, if you're competing, like, yeah, the money's good. But, dude, content is, like, it's so much more of a relaxed way of living.
Yeah.
And also, the other side of it is, like, you just make
way more money.
being a content creator. I mean, it's like, I always knew in the back of my mind I was going to do content. It was just a matter of when.
Yeah.
And
was it like, if I stop, that's it? Like, because you never thought you were going to go back to competing.
No. When I stopped, I knew it was over. It was like it was just a compounding thing. Yeah. It was like everything. It was like a flurry of things all at once. I can't remember again. I can't put myself in my mindset a year and a half ago, or where I think it was a year and a half ago. Whenever I officially, I think it was like a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit long. Like it's almost 2 years, because I remember I retired early in the season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's probably coming up on 2 years now, which is kind of crazy to think. But yeah, no, there was no thought in my mind where I'm like, I'm going to retire and then come back at some point. It was always like, once I retire, that's it.
But then we sat in that room and talked about Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah. Well, again, I saw the team and I was like, fuck, I know I could win with that team. So that was like the hard part was because the last 2 years of my career, and I don't think it really gets talked about enough, but we were dealing with the Ender thing.
Yeah.
And Shotzi doesn't really talk about it that much either, but Shotzi was like, me and Shotzi were always like the 1 and 2. Like we were the ones that were always like talking with each other. Like that was just my duo.
Yeah.
Like Brandon sometimes, but it was mainly me and Ant. And during that whole like year and a half stretch, it was just miserable, dude. Like straight up.
Yeah.
It was just miserable.
Because you just don't know.
Well, Ender was hurt. Then we had to play with subs. And this is like I don't know it yet, but this is actually I might have known it at this point, but this is my second to last year in my brain of competing.
Yeah.
And Ender's hurt. And we win the first tournament, and then that happens. And it's like, dude, this whole year could have been so different.
Yeah.
And then next year we decide to stick with the same team. And then I feel like the problems kind of continued lingering on. And it was just like, fuck. So
yeah,
it was just tough. It was a tough way for me to go out because I envisioned winning,
going out on top. That's it. Yeah.
But yeah, after that, it was so draining mentally. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
It was very, 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 very mentally draining.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've said a statement multiple times.
But then I got the MW3 team. I was like, I saw it on paper and I was like, fuck.
It would have been you, Ant, Dashy,
and Pred. Yeah. But I was just like, that was supposed to happen during MW3 as well, or MW2, not MW2.
Oh yeah,
that was supposed to
happen.
happen.
You're right.
And
we were at the Sidekicks game.
Yeah, it was just a flurry of just
yeah.
unfortunate events, and I was like kind of already mentally there as well.
Yeah, I remember.
I knew it was my last year. Brandon was on the bench. It was just a flurry of things.
You asked me what you should do.
I was playing Brandon's role, and I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I just picked up this role. I'm almost 30. Like, I'm learning a new role in my last year. Like, fuck that. Dude.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, I remember you
and
asked
Brandon's
me.
On the bench.
You asked me at the fucking. Man, Brandon's on the bench. What the fuck?
Yeah, like Brandon's on the bench. We were having some shit going, just turmoil within the team. Brandon's on the bench. I mean, again, like, it was a really just awkward time because I've never dealt with a gaming related injury before.
Yeah.
And people don't talk about it like ever. They kind of just brush it under the rug like that never happened. Like, no, that happened for a full year.
Yeah, full year.
We dealt with that for a full year, and I think a little bit into it the next year.
Yeah, you had 100% illy. You had 100% illy. Then you had like 50% illy. Then you had general. Then you had ghosty.
Left at champs illy.
Yeah, exactly.
It was miserable.
Yeah.
It was miserable.
Yeah.
Like, it sucked. It felt like we had no chance.
Yeah.
And it fucking sucked.
Yeah. But you have said something before that I genuinely just don't believe you. I'll tell it to you to the face that the game had nothing to do with it.
Oh, the games definitely did.
Okay, I've heard you say it didn't before.
When?
I think I've heard you say that maybe it was like while you were still playing and you can't talk bad about the game. Maybe that's what it was. But like Modern Warfare 2
I've gotten a couple times.
Yeah. Well, now a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Now you're shackled.
Yeah. Well, that will come out at a later time, but
yeah. How are you? Obviously, we can't talk about anything, but how are you doing mentally through all that?
Through
everything that's happening right now with you.
Oh, not a big deal.
Not a big deal. You're good.
No, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure you're not waking up in fucking cold sweats.
Not at all.
But yeah, getting back to it, Modern Warfare 2 was just like it's a miserable game to go out on.
Yeah.
And was that? I mean, if the game would have been better, if it would have been Modern Warfare 3, it still would have been it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're still good,
dude. I don't think so. I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah.
It was just a flurry of like all of that shit happening. I decided to play another year. I probably shouldn't have, looking back on it. I probably shouldn't have signed up for another year. Just like, I don't know. Maybe if we had a different roster, I don't fucking know. I don't know, but it just signing up for that year was a mistake.
Do you ever,
in my eyes?
You ever wish you were kind of like how Matt is in a sense, where he's like, I'm getting this team? Because I don't know if you were ever like that. Because Matt, as of right now, from the rumors I've heard, I haven't talked to him, Actually, yeah, I have. It's on camera. We talked in the Flycast, and he was like, "I will play another year if I can get the team I want, and I'm going to go out and get them."
See, dude, I'm not
And
gonna lie.
you were never like that.
I should have fucking came back in MW3.
That was last year.
I know.
That wasn't even a year ago.
I know. But I didn't want to, though, is the thing. Like, I genuinely did not want to. Like, even seeing that team on paper, which was the team that we wanted, still, it was just not enough to, like, push me to play.
What would be enough?
Nothing at that point.
Yeah, I was
Nothing.
like, that's
Yeah, exactly. So that there you go. It's like even having that team, I still was like, no.
Yeah.
So,
but like, do you regret back in your days? Because I remember there was a while you talked about the chance of you almost joined Complexity, or you had the ability to join Complexity.
Thank God I didn't do that.
Yeah, there was a couple of teams you could have gotten, and then you get the Dynasty team. Like you went through a few years of like, you are by far the best player on your team for a while.
Yeah.
And then you get the Dynasty team.
Yeah.
Do you I mean, why?
Like, see, that's the thing. I don't know. It's like you look at my career, like, and I feel like it happened exactly how it needed to. Like, yeah, put the tournaments, put everything aside, but like from the content side of things, all of the decisions that I made, not all of them. Obviously, there's some that I probably, like, looking back, I fucked up, and I can.
Yeah.
But most of the decisions that I made, they just panned out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't know. What's the question again? What's the question?
I was just wondering.
I want to go on a tangent about something else.
I mean, you can go on any tangent. It's a bar show. You can talk about whatever you want.
I just feel like my career happened how I would have loved to win another ring.
Yeah.
Would have loved to win more. But like looking at my career, like everything worked out. So that's why I don't like going back in my career and nitpicking everything.
Yeah.
Because everything worked out just fine, and I don't like going back and like re-stressing that part. You know?
It's funny having had you on and Damon and Krem. You guys all talk about it differently.
Yeah.
Ian's like, I could never do it again. He's like, they're all better than me. Like Ian straight up says that.
Dude, what do you mean?
Like talking about the players nowadays. He's like, I remember, he was like, there was one gunfight, Champs Cold War, a BZ killed me, and I thought, that's it for me. He literally said it.
That's fucking good.
And then Damon was like, I'm the best coach by far, basically. He was like, there's no other coach that can like really compete with like what my attributes were as a player, and I wish I could play again. And then you are like, it all worked out how it did, and I'm content with it.
Yeah,
I bet you if I talked to Matt, he would have a completely. It's funny how different.
I can't believe Krim said that.
Yeah, he did. I think he is in a. I've never seen Ian. When I talk to Ian on this show, I've never seen him like that. He's in a completely other headspace. It's driving, working out.
That's good for him.
It's very good for him.
It's probably a good thing.
It definitely
a good
is.
thing.
Yeah.
To get away from like the COD, just like stereotypical,
the drama,
just always like comparing and are you better than him? Or are you better than him?
Yeah.
I mean, I get that every day still.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God. What?
Does it get?
In the fucking content video, Joey put me last.
Yeah. He did. Okay. Yeah. There is like a little bit of an era, like a basketball.
Yeah.
Thing going on recently.
So to completely just get away from that is probably somewhat nice for the mental.
Yeah.
Which
I think
always
Matt,
being compared.
Matt and Ian have been able to do it. Everyone, I'm sure Matt gets shit in his comments all the time, but
Formal's still competing.
I know, but he's competing in a completely different game.
Yeah, it's kind of like, they don't even like. They're just like
they don't even talk about
Halo
COD.
now.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they're just like, there's no way you could beat Walshy. What the fuck?
It's like you're comparing me to Walsh now. Yesterday was Simp.
No, it's Walshy. No, it's fucking. I gotta figure out how to beat Bound instead of Simp. Like, I mean, damn, that sounds stressful.
Yeah.
You don't miss it?
I mean, obviously, like competing on stage is
Yeah.
like one of the best feelings ever. So yeah, you miss that, but like the day to day, man.
Yeah, I think there's a quote from Ronaldinho where he says, "There's not a day that goes by where I don't think of a full stadium."
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. But they get older. Like you can't, unless you're Ronaldo somehow competing at 45 or whatever, you can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So, you could always go back.
No.
What's it like with the roster on the watch party? You've gotten closer to Bose over the past couple of years, and Hector and Zen.
Yeah, Hector's always been like he was my best man or one of my best men on my wedding.
Yeah.
Zinni, Zinni's always been like,
yeah,
Zinni.
He's always been there.
He's always there. Zinni's always there. Mark, yeah, I feel like I've grown closer to Mark because like Mark, we've always been like close. Obviously, we lived in the same house together.
Yeah,
always been boys. But like as years went on and I'm competing and he's kind of doing his thing, it's like I see him at content. It's like you just don't see them all the time. But whenever you're like in that routine, it's like every single weekend pretty much for the next 6-7 months.
Yeah, you're chilling with him for 6 hours a day.
We're hanging out watching COD. So definitely grew closer to Mark throughout it, which is nice because I love Mark. In content, I think he's hilarious. He adds like his own little flair.
Yeah, he does.
Money Mark. So yeah, definitely grown closer to Mark. But I love the watch party. Like again, if I didn't have the watch party, it would be a lot harder for me just to like have those feelings of going back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It kind of gets fulfilled through that. Like where I get to watch, still be close with the community, like still bullshitting about stuff with the community. It's like I'm still pretty hands-on. If I wasn't hands-on, I might be like that void in my life would not have been filled. If that makes sense.
So your void is not like a competitive void. It's like
just Call of Duty.
Let's do a Call of Duty void.
Yeah, I just always want to be, with or connected to the community in some way.
Yeah.
And I think I always will be, unless, obviously I stop streaming entirely, but just that void of like imagine if I retired and I wasn't doing the watch party and I'm just playing Warzone every day. Like I could not do that.
No,
there's no way I can do that. There's not a chance.
It also wouldn't have been as fun. Like there's a lot of people that retire and they don't have something lined up and then they try content and it's like, if you're going to do content, you got to like do something.
Yeah.
Like it was cool that like Octane joined a watch party and Zuma did his thing and like people that have stuff lined up. But sometimes you're like, damn, and then you don't hear from them for a while. And then you're like, wait.
It's so easy to not create content and then get in a rut of not creating content.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Like if you stop, like if your creative juices stop, it's hard to get them back. Like even I struggle with that. Like back in the day, like BO2, it's a lot different now, granted. Where it's like back in BO2, we didn't have skill-based matchmaking.
Right.
You didn't have to try to do all these things to get easier lobbies, which I don't do. Hand to God. It's like, dude, nowadays to get good fucking pub gameplays, you have to 2-box or you have to VPN to Nicaragua or you got to fucking like, dude, it's just insane, bro.
And then it's not even like good lobbies. Like obviously you had some lobbies in Black Ops 2 that were like, holy shit, what?
Yeah, like
are these real people?
It's a bot lobby, but then also you don't see the 3 hours of me recording before then where I'm not getting lobbies like that. So it's not like I was sitting there and just pumping out one gameplay and that's it. It's like I was sitting there for sometimes 2-3 hours to get one game that I'm like, okay, that's a good enough one to post.
Dude,
nowadays, I could sit there for 5 hours and just be in skill-based hell.
Yeah.
And not get a single game.
Or you could 2-box one game, go 201, and then people are like,
and then I got to look at myself in the mirror like I'm just a fraud. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like they know I'm a fraud.
Did you get a nuke on the beta?
Yeah, one.
You got one.
One at the end.
Dude, there's a kid that he uploads almost every day about him getting a triple nuke. Triple nuke. He'll like what you used to do in fucking Modern Warfare 3 with like the double Moabs and shit. He'll do that. He'll get a triple nuke. And people are watching it like, dude, you're the best. And I'm like, are you guys really serious right now? Like this guy's shooting people just like
crouched looking the other way.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he's not even having fun.
No, there's no way. There's no way. I don't know how people do it, but something's fishy.
2-box.
Something is fishy.
2-box VPNs.
two boxing. I didn't even hear about it until like 2 months ago.
But like it's hard nowadays. So like back to what I was saying with the creative juices. Back then,
Yeah.
I could get on and use a different gun and get a crazy gameplay.
Oh,
Now,
yeah,
if I
yeah,
try
yeah.
to use anything that's not meta, I'm getting slammed.
Oh yeah.
So it's like that kind of wiped off all the YouTube fun that I used to have.
I'm actually kind of, dude. Is the race might even be? I bet
The
you,
race is going to be sweaty as fuck.
dude.
We're going to be getting stream sniped
Yeah.
the whole time.
I bet you people that are playing, that are also like really racing, not what we're doing, but like racing.
Yeah.
They're probably all two boxing. Now that I think about it. Like the like.
We'll have to see like what their games look like. We
Yeah.
can't just accuse them off rip. Like they're about to two box.
Okay, if somebody said whoever gets to Master Prestige first gets $10 million,
Oh man,
I
you
mean-
are in Honduras. Brother.
it would be
Damn.
VPN.
You are in Honduras. You're fucking two boxing in Honduras.
You are in Honduras.
Dude, you are playing AI.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would for that much, but you know what I mean? Like there are ways to like almost any form of like open competition on Call of Duty nowadays is just like, dude, it has to be invite only.
I mean, yeah, look at Warzone tournaments.
Yeah, just talked about it with Aiden. There was a guy in World Series of Warzone Invitational that was hacking.
Yeah, that's
Wha-
that's one thing. But I'm talking about like the pub tournaments where they're kill race.
Oh, dude.
Dude, you join my lobby at 5 p.m. and you're like, dude, I can't even get 4. And then you go watch some of these guys. They're dropping 40. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing?
Personally, when it comes to VPNing, when it comes to two boxing, it's a way to get around. It's a way to get around something that Activision has not been like open about, which is skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with it if you're open about it. I kind of view like
Nobody's open about it.
two boxing is kind of like the boob jobs of COD. You know what I mean?
Explain.
So like, I don't have a problem with boob jobs, but if you're getting double D's and you have the waist of a supermodel, you want to be you want to make sure that other women know that like, you know, this can't just happen naturally.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
I see
like
that.
you gotta, if you want boobs like this and a waist like this, you gotta work really hard, but you also have to pay for the boobs. That's how I feel about like, if you're gonna drop 80 kills in a war zone, just be like, I dropped 80, but just so you know, this is how I did it. I was
They would never do that. though.
they would never do
They
it,
would
and
never
that's
do
how I
that.
feel. And I
It
feel like
exposes their whole shtick.
I know it's a lot. It's the same with boob jobs. It's like I feel like you got to be realistic to the people that you're talking to. Otherwise, you get the fucking Warzone community that's just like everyone's hacking, like Bobby Poff. You know what I mean? Like those fucking guys. Bobby Poff is hacking. I know he is. He's in there.
Oh yeah,
And then it gets really bad.
Yeah.
It gets really, really, really bad in there.
I agree. But yeah, that just kind of like that. Just I was talking about like being creative on YouTube and stuff, and it's so hard nowadays with skill based. But that was just we tangented.
We did.
That was a tangent.
We did tangent.
But yeah, so like back in the day, I just felt like I could be more creative on YouTube. Now it's like it's kind of evolved into like more just live content. Everything is like on stream, live, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to be like creative with live streams unless you're Kai and you're like unless you have a whole set director that's coming in and doing your whole background and stuff. It's kind of hard to be creative like unless you run like tournaments and stuff like what
In Call of Duty, you're saying, or just in general?
just in general.
Yeah.
Like you can host a Call of Duty tournament. You know, is that creative? It's like that's
Yeah.
just you're just hosting a tournament.
Yeah, you got to do it in a
But like the
creative
extent
way. Yeah.
of it's just hard to be creative nowadays, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing like the race where we can
Yeah.
get creative and have these ideas that we have like a little think tank and we have these things that we all want to do and
Yeah.
kind of try to execute it.
Could you imagine this pod comes out and the race is just like tanked?
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Like it just
Don't
didn't
even
go
say
well.
that.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't even say that.
Being the top, you've kind of been the face of Call of Duty, I would say, since, or pretty much from day one, but definitely since like Nade retired and moved to LA. Is it whenever you see other people do, because we kind of like, we're like, well, yeah, Seth is the face because no one else did it. No one else did the work that like you and Nade and Hector and everybody did. When people start to do that, are you excited for them, or do you get like? Is there like a little bit of like, man, are you coming for my spot? Is there any like sort of like
I mean,
jealousy or defensive?
It's like if you look at it in the way that they're coming for your spot, it's just you can't look at it like that
Yeah.
because there's such a set. Like, who are you talking about specifically? Like Ant?
I'm not talking about anyone specifically.
Like, are you?
I was just saying, like, throughout the course, when anyone's making content, I mean, I'm trying to think of any. There's only a handful of people that have done it. I know Colt had a really good year this year. Ant had a really good year last year. Tommy had a really good year the year before that. I mean, there have been years where like Doug and Slack, the Apathy, Attach, like back in the day, like. There have been people that have like tried it,
Dude, I
done
think
very
they're
well.
Coming from my spot.
I'm not saying you think that, but I'm saying being the guy on top,
Yeah.
do you view people making Call of Duty content as competition, or do you think it's just like all tides rise, all ships? Something?
I mean, I don't know. See, the thing that I've always hated so fucking much
Yeah.
is just always being compared to people because it like kind of makes it hard to enjoy like what I've done when people are like, oh, well, he's doing this right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, like you're comparing me first off to like my very good friends sometimes. Like when
Right.
people compare me to Nade Shot or people compare me to Shotzi or people compare me to like Crim Six. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you're comparing me to all these people that throughout my life they've been like some of my best friends. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it just takes the joy out of it a little bit. And it's kind of
get
like
that,
it's kind of
yeah.
frustrating because it's like why can't we all just be doing good? You know, like
Yeah,
why do we
yeah,
have
yeah.
to make this competition between like everybody? So I wouldn't say that I look at it as like a competition between us right now, but it's like other people look at it like that and it's kind of frustrating.
Does it ever seep in? Like when you're competing and Tommy's doing the watch party, and then it's just like people are like, oh yeah, well the flank said this about you, and you're like,
that stuff sucks.
Yeah, like
obviously.
that had to have been
That stuff sucks.
That had to have been tough.
Yeah, but in terms of like this year, like Shotzi and them are gonna be streaming like tournaments and stuff,
yeah.
and they might have more viewers than us when they're doing that. It's like,
Yeah.
are people gonna hate? Probably.
Right,
Like they're
right.
gonna come in like, oh, look at this.
Like
And
Ant's taking over.
it's like, dude,
yeah.
he's now the face of COD. It's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Or like even Tom, like doing his watch party, like like as a player, seeing him have 40,000 viewers or whatever, like
Yeah.
that was like fuck, like I could be doing that,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Right.
So that kind of sucked as well. But like you can't look at it like that, or you'll drive yourself fucking insane.
Have you ever driven yourself insane?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Are you getting better about it?
Yeah,
Or
for
does it
sure.
still suck? Okay.
For sure. I'm at a point now in my life where it's like everyone can eat and
Yeah.
it won't really it just doesn't hurt my feelings. So it's like, dude, everyone's got to eat at the end of the day.
Right.
Like we all want everyone to be successful and prosper. So
Yeah.
it's like I just don't like the comparisons. I don't like when I'm compared to my friends. That's
Yeah.
like my main thing.
I think part of me was like kind of not surprised, but like I guess a little surprised that whenever you retired, we announced the Scump watch party. You went internal. You were like, because Zen wasn't a part of the team yet, so you were like Bose, Hector, Nick, me, like different people within OpTic. You were like, come on the watch party. I thought you were gonna go elsewhere. I thought you were gonna get pro players or get like other big creators like to come on. But I think it was really cool that
They're more than welcome.
People.
I mean, people don't really reach out to come on the watch party, and I'm not the type of person to reach out to people like at all. I've never been.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just not that like guy. I don't like to step on toes.
Yeah.
And I don't like to seem annoying. I don't like to seem like I'm trying to use people for stuff. So I usually just don't reach out.
Dude, that's how I am with you.
Yeah, I mean, and that's how I am. Like,
I've told you that before.
that's how I am with like Tim. Like I don't want to reach out to Tim. Like,
Yeah.
because Tim's my boy, but at the same time, it's like Tim's in his own lane, or
Yeah.
like I don't really like doing that. I'm gonna use Tim as an example just because I'm good friends with him.
Yeah.
But I just don't like doing that stuff because I don't want
Yeah.
them to take it the wrong way and them be like, is he trying to?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think not only here at OpTic, but I think everybody in COD was kind of wondering, like, once you retire, are you going to be in those lobbies with Tim, Ninja, Jack, Cloak? Are you
they
going
were
to
on
be trying
Fortnite.
to play? Yeah. I mean, I guess you played with Nick Merckx a few times, but yeah, you kept it in house, which I think. I didn't know if that was like a conscious decision or if you like, these are just my boys, I'm just going to do this. And if an opportunity comes up, then I'll play with that person, but I'm not going to reach out.
Yeah, I'm not good about reaching out. Never have
Yeah.
been. Probably never will be.
Probably-
I just like to stay in my own lane and kind of avoid like any type of drama, and I feel like I've always tried to be that way. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard when you're competing because you make a roster decision and people want to chirp, and it's kind of hard to like stay completely out of it.
Yeah,
But I've always tried to like stay in my own lane, and I still try to do that, and that's why I kind of just kept it internal.
Yeah.
But I'd love to have more people on the watch party. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just I don't want to reach out.
I get you. I get
like-
you. No, it makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
I know Jalen Suggs has come on. Has anybody else like shown interest? Actually, let's not just do the watch party. What is like one of the craziest like interactions you've had with like a celebrity just from like knowing who you are or like wanting to do something together or like maybe I guess you played with T-Pain once, right? Or
Yeah, not really many.
not many?
No, not many. Not really many reach out, honestly. It's like,
Okay.
unless they're a gamer, they don't really like reach out. And I've had some like reach out and we've just never come to do anything.
Yeah.
But I've never like what am I going to message Mahomes?
Shawn Mendes.
I mean,
Like,
I talked to
hey,
when I talked to Mahomes, I was like, "Yo, like hit me up. You hit me up."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that's how I was with him. I was like, if you want to play, you hit me up. He never ended up hitting me up, so I didn't end up hitting him up, and that's fine.
I get you.
And that just kind of what it was. But like during the conversation, he's like, "Yeah, let's game when I'm in Kansas City," but also he's got a family and he's probably got shit going on. So if
Yeah.
he doesn't reach out,
You're
I'm
not
not
gonna-
gonna be like, "Yo, Pat,
Pat.
you said we were gonna play, Pat." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna let him do his thing. He's got football. He's got his family. You know.
Dude, when we did that, we did like a sponsored thing in Austin or in Houston where we went to a Post Malone concert. So and we
See, I would have done horribly at that.
we like play beer pong with him. So we're playing with Post Malone and he's like, "Yo, what are you guys' numbers?" And I was like, "Our numbers?" And like
Yeah, where's my phone?
so I was like, "Oh yeah, like I have my number and stuff." So like and he's like, "Yo, like get us all in a group chat." And it's me, Nick, Z-Laner, and Sebas. And so I put us all in a group chat together and he's like, "Dude, we've got to run some games when we get back." And I'm looking at everybody and everyone knows like there
He's
ain't
not
no
running games. He's not.
and he texts us like thank you guys so much for coming and stuff. And I'm just like, "Dude, is this your phone? Is this your PR person's?
manager's
Is this
on
your
there."
manager's phone?" Like, it's just so funny how that works.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, and it's just there's a fine line. You don't want to be like that guy.
No, you don't.
Zinni's I'll give Zinni some credit here. Zinni's very, very good at networking
Yeah.
and like just not crossing the limit where they're like, this guy's annoying.
Dude, Jack is the same way.
Yeah,
And
Jack's really good at it too.
I've always been scared about I think maybe it's because I host tournaments, so I'm always sending invites out. Dude, if you look at me and Shroud's DMs, it's just tournament invites, and he's
Does he
never
respond?
replied to one of them. He replied last year, and I said, "Dude, I was about to send you an invite," and then I looked at our history, and he was like, "Yeah, haha, I'm not much of a COD guy, dude." And then I scrolled, it's all blue text, and I was just like, "Fuck, I hate that feeling."
Yeah.
But like, you kind of have to do it when you're hosting stuff.
Yeah, of course.
And so I can't even imagine doing that for content. Like, I can't even fucking imagine. It would be so stressful.
I mean, the thing is, most of the time, like I just overthink it. I'm sure if I hit up Tim, and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I talked to Tim, he'd be like, "Yeah, let's run it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
play some
play
Warzone.
whenever I'm playing Warzone. Let's play." So
Yeah.
I just overthink it,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be like pushy.
Yeah.
So I tend to just not.
Do you ever not whenever because like you are very much the guy when it comes to COD, especially in the competitive sense. Do you ever feel like you're not, or are you very conscious that you are? Because it seems like if you overthink things like that, you're like kind of second guessing like who you are.
Again, saying the guy is like,
I mean, it is. It's true.
I know, but it's like it just puts me on that pedestal, and I don't hate being on that pedestal because obviously,
At one point in your life, you kind of liked it.
yes, of course, it's nice. It's nice to be loved. Everyone wants to be loved.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, being that guy comes with all these comparisons. So it's like
And pressures and stuff.
pressures
yeah.
and do this. Oh,
Yeah.
why don't you do this? And it's like
Like, I'm just gonna watch COD.
sometimes I
with
just
Zen.
want. Sometimes I just want to chill.
Yeah, I
You
get
know,
that.
and
I
I
get
feel
that.
like when I retired, I thought that pressure was going to go away, and it kind of has, but it kind of hasn't as well. Like people
Yeah.
still like look at me competing in something and they still expect me to be the best.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I've been retired for a year and a half.
Right.
And it's like there's still that pressure like I'm competing and I'm not even competing. I play COD like a tenth of what I used to, and people still expect me to like go out there and
now you feel like
fry.
you're competing against other like people's fucking
and I still get mad.
counts and
I still get mad too. It's like fuck.
You let yourself get mad about
like if I play with the dynasty in the kickoffs for like the race and we lose, I'm still gonna be fucking mad. And it's like I don't play the game.
Could you imagine a world where you guys fucking win? Imagine a world where you guys
I don't
win.
think there is one.
I know, but I'm not just come with this. Come with me on this journey.
Yeah.
Imagine the world where you guys fucking imagine Texas beats.
Imagine we play Texas and beat them in a best of one search, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" Imagine
they're fucking back,
dude. The amount of narratives that would come from just that one search, just one map,
dude.
A best of one.
You would ride that high.
4,000 guaranteed. It's 2:30 in the morning.
You would ride that high for a year. George killed a Beezy in one gunfight last year, and he's been riding that high.
Oh.
It's been so obnoxious.
Yeah. See, I don't always love that part of what comes with like being that guy.
Yeah.
I don't always
that.
love that. There's times where I'm like, fuck, man, I wish I could just play wagers with my boys and not get judged like I'm still the best in the game. Like, bro, I've been retired for a year and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that gets frustrating.
And that's how we end up playing Black Ops 2 in 2024, and you 5-0 the fucking...
Black Ops 2 is a good game.
It is a good game. It is a good game.
Black Ops 2 is a good game. But yeah, there's still that pressure, and it's kind of frustrating because it's like, dude, just let me fucking retire.
Yeah, I get that. It is.
I can't just play tournaments for fun.
It is a life goal of mine to throw a Black Ops 2 open. Now, like
the Dynasty might win.
A Black Ops 2 open?
We might win.
Yeah, no, who knows how many creatures there are out there still playing.
Actually, I don't know, dude. You get Killa and them, they come back and they're like actually because they would grind. We would not.
No, y'all would just show up.
We actually might not.
Y'all would just show up.
But yeah, I would say I don't really remember how we got to that point. The wine's starting to hit a little bit.
Yeah, the wine's nice. It's good.
It actually has gotten better.
It's getting better as the more sips come out.
100%.
Matt, where are we at? I don't want to keep him too long.
An hour and 10.
The king has a palace to get back to.
No, it's just we start the race tomorrow, and this is my last off day before a week straight of.
Alexis is back home, so I'm just chilling. It's just me and Mace.
No, we can keep going a little bit.
Oh, all right. Matt, do you have anything? Because Matt usually has some questions. It's kind of different with you because we see you every day. But.
Yeah.
Kind of don't. I'm kind of all over the place right now with the race.
Matt has the race set up.
Okay, we can just end it there.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate you coming on, and next time you're on, we're gonna have a 5-hour pod, and we're gonna drink all sorts of tequila shots.
Hey, I'm down ending here because I'm starting to feel a little loopy, and we have the race tomorrow. So I literally texted you. You were like, "Can we do around the bar?" And I was like. I don't want to get fucked up.
Yeah, you thought people were gonna have to get drunk.
I thought around the bar was like minimum like 3 to 5 drinks, and I was like, I don't want that.
We can babysit some wine. Well, cheers again. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.